video yet. Everyone else in this thing has turned in their video. I was watching some before people joined, by the way. Trying to.
Oh my goodness, and of course my computer does not want to load. Thank you.
I almost forgot we had a meeting too.
Then I saw it in my notifications on my tablet.
Yeah, I thought it'd be easier to put it on the, in your Google Classroom, so it'll automatically give you a notification. Because I swear, my computer only works in the mornings, and when the afternoon comes, it like automatically is like, oh no, we can't load because that'd be a good thing. So
I can't get mine to load now, so I may just have to
join me. Look, we're wearing masks.
It's trying to load.
Yeah, that's how our Wi-Fi is. Turns on and off.
Oh, that is some right there.
You can make it spin so it's not just
okay.
sitting on you.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good.
We were talking about Christmas.
Good.
Oh yes.
Because Alyssa has a Christmas tree in the background, so we were talking about Christmas really quick.
We decorated our house this weekend and got our Christmas tree up and have all the decorations up, and we're ready to go. We're ready. Well, thank you all for being here. It's good to see you. How is your week? How has this transition gone for you? Now, I know Alyssa and Caitlin, you were already virtual. So for you, this is just continuing, right? So you're kind of in a groove. But how about for the rest of you? How are you feeling switching this week to virtual? Hudson?
I don't really like it because we don't take a break in between.
Mm-hmm.
It just goes.
It can make for a long day if you don't have a good, like, even just a short little break. Sometimes it's just needed to get up and stretch your legs and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Who else? Tell us how you're feeling.
I like it because school goes over a lot faster because we get done at like 1 o'clock.
Okay, so you feel like it actually goes faster.
And I don't really have much homework because there's like little times in between that I just hurry up and do my homework real quick.
So you're just kind of staying caught up through the day. That's good. That's good. Ava, Emma, Anna. Hey, that's like a tongue twister. Any of you want to share how you're feeling?
I feel like I don't get motivated as much as I do at school. Like when I go to school, like I actually get motivated because I'm actually there, and I learn better when teachers are in front of me than like on the actual Chromebook. So I don't feel as motivated as I am at school. So I just it's not the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm more on top of things at school than I am at home.
You feel more motivated when you're at school? Is that what you said, Anna? Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Now, Alyssa and Caitlin, how has it been for you? Because you've been virtual this whole time. So what are you seeing? What are you feeling at this point?
Caitlin?
I feel like being virtual is a lot more easier for me just because it's not as long as school and everything. And I don't waste as much energy like going around to classes as much as I would do at home. I just find it a lot easier.
Okay, so for you, the transition has been okay. Alyssa, what about you, honey?
I agree with Caitlin.
Well, good. I'm glad that it's going well for some of you. For those of you that it's a hard transition, remember too, Caitlin and Alyssa have been doing it for a while, and they're more in a routine. Where for the rest of us, we are. Oh, there's.
Hi, Mrs. Knight. Hello. You're muted. I can't hear you, Mrs. Knight.
Sorry. How are you guys?
Lovely. How are you?
Awesome.
We miss
I'm
you.
sorry, I
Yeah?
didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, we miss you and your children.
Peyton's at work with us.
Oh, nice. Right on.
So for the rest of us, besides Caitlin and Alyssa, this is a transition again, kind of like last year, where we're going from one routine to another. So it's definitely understandable if you're feeling a little stressed or you're feeling a little frustrated with that change. You know, don't be hard on yourself. It's important to remember that this is a big change for everyone.
Yes.
And so you need to give yourself a break. And if you're not feeling quite in the swing of things yet, for most of us, it's just been a week. So that's why, like with your ambassador videos, obviously, yes, of course, we want you to get stuff done and turned in, but we also understand things have been different. It's been challenging, the change with everything that's going on. And so we understand. I had been watching the videos that had been turned in, and Mrs. Kneifel was watching them as well.
I was.
And we saw a lot of good things, a lot of great ideas that you had for sharing. Some of you are sharing things from home, your personal stuff, and then, of course, from there going on about your flexibility story. Now, we are kind of in the process of playing with how exactly we're going to share these, because now, with school being out, it's obviously going to be even more different than it was already going to be different. So we're going to kind of talk to the teachers and make a plan for how we're going to share these. So right now, this is what we would like to do. If you can you share from this? If we are, I'm thinking my room, how I've been doing it. If any of you are willing to share your videos, we were thinking it might be nice for some of you to see other people's videos, but I don't want to put anybody on the spot. If you're like, oh my gosh, don't share mine, it's stressing me out, then we don't want to stress you out. But if you are willing and we can get the computer to cooperate, we would like to share some of your videos with each other, because it'll just give you ideas for moving forward. Now, Emma, I will say you did a nice job on you sort of did your introduction, but not the flexibility lesson. You just did your intro video. So we would need to add to that. But you definitely have that part done. So anybody else who's willing to share or let us show your video to share with the group. I see Anna's eyeballs are about to explode. So we're not going to share Anna's because she's not feeling comfortable right now, and we understand. Caitlin, it's okay with you if we share yours?
Yeah, it's 100% fine with me.
Okay. All right. Well, then what we're going to do is, and I just want you to watch and think again, we'd be happy to share any of yours. Think as you're watching, what did this person do really well? What maybe tips could you get or ideas could you add to your video from watching theirs? Or think of suggestions that maybe, because we all always, as good as we are, we can always get better. So be thinking what's going really well and what could we make even better? So Mrs. Kneifel is getting that pulled up for us.
All right.
Hello, Blackhawks. I'm Caitlin. I'm 11 years old, and I'm a 6th grader at Westville. I'm very excited to be one of your student ambassadors this year. So I'd like to tell you guys a little bit about me. My favorite subject is reading. I really like Greek mythology books and reading books by Rick Riordan. My favorite colors are purple, white, red, and black. My favorite movies are the Hunger Games series. I enjoy doing archery because it requires lots of patience. It requires lots of strength, and it's stress relieving, gets my mind off some things. I'm an only child, but my family has a very rare and unusual breed of dog. This is Casper, my 17-year-old Italian Greyhound. I love to travel to new places with my family, and when I'm older, I would love to go skydiving because skydiving seems really thrilling, and I love heights. So today I would like to talk to you guys about our lifeline of flexibility, which has been very important for everyone this year because of COVID, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with.
Now, we've had to get used to wearing a mask when we leave our house, and school looks very different this year. I have to practice flexibility every day because I am doing school virtually this year. Now, I had to make this color-coded schedule so I know when to get online for my classes, because the schedule, I don't know if you guys can tell, but it changes every single day. It can be confusing, but having this right by me, it can help me know when my classes are. Now, this is my desk in my room that we set up for virtual school this year. Now, learning at home requires flexibility and patience, because there are many challenges here, just a few of them. Sometimes our class's Zoom links don't work, or our teacher disappears from the meet, or gets disconnected, which can be very frustrating. Communication can be difficult too when you have to email your teacher for help and you don't get a reply right away, like you would if you just asked a question in class, like when you could just raise your hand and ask a question, you get a response right then and there. It can also be hard to hear with your teacher or other students with masks. It muffles out their voice a little bit. Not seeing your friends can be kind of sad and lonely because not seeing anyone. Now, I had to use flexibility this past week. Once, when I couldn't get a file to load in my class during class, so I couldn't follow along, I used flexibility by asking my teacher if I could join the class later that day so I could get caught up with some stuff. And then our internet decided to stop working Friday morning, and I used flexibility by going to my grandma's who had better connection. Now, you guys can use flexibility when learning from home by being patient, asking a parent for help if your teacher isn't back to you right away, and joining extracurricular activities that meet online so you can still interact with your classmates and have fun. So remember, use flexibility when things don't always go as planned. I know you guys can do it. Go Blackhawks.
Okay, thank you for letting us share that, Caitlin. I think there were a lot of things there that we can talk about that were really positive. Obviously, Caitlin was very well planned. I love the little background, like your whole little setup there, Caitlin. You looked very organized with I love the your Blackhawk sign in the background, showing that you're organized for school. It was a nice way to present yourself with a great background, very well planned, great multiple examples of flexibility. What else did you see, guys, that just like we would share or have somebody volunteer in class in a normal lesson, and then we would say, okay, what did they do really well? Who can share something else? I just shared several. What else did you see that Caitlin did really well? Hudson.
She talked loud enough.
Oh, Dusty, good. Yeah, she talked loud enough and that message came across nice and clear. Good. Hudson.
She kept a steady pace with her voice. She didn't go too fast or go too slow.
Okay, good. Anybody else?
She talked about her personal life and all that stuff.
Yep, it was nice that she had something. She had her bow there to, show, and she's talking about in her book that she liked. She had there. Any other comments? I thought you did a nice job, Caitlin, also speaking directly to, I felt like you were talking right to us. Not like you were just talking into space or into random people, but it felt like you were sending that message right to us.
Thank you.
That was really great as well. So really nice job. Does anybody else want to share or willing to share their video? Again, Anna, don't worry the eyeballs. I've seen them. We're not going to put you on the spot if you don't want to. But anybody else who would be willing to share? Not right now. Okay, that's okay. And again, because we know this is different. But you guys did a great job. The videos that I watched. Like I said, you did a great job, everybody. And we can tell that you put time and effort and thought into your videos and into preparing. And we appreciate that again. And once again, we're going to use flexibility in deciding how exactly now we're going to share these, because since teachers don't have kids here, especially with the little ones, it's going to be hard to explain if they just send out these videos, like, who is this person and what is an ambassador? Kind of difficult to do when we're not in class. So these messages will be shared, but we're going to have to be flexible in the way that we decide we're going to present them at this point, now that we're all on red. Moving forward, we are going to kind of keep talking about lifelines. Ambassadors in general is going to look a little different, because we also have kind of decided that as we're moving forward, we want to be here as a support for you. You all do a great job supporting others, which is why you're ambassadors in the first place. But with this change to red, Mrs. Kneifel and I also want to be here if there's something that we can do to support you. So as we move along, if there is something, I guess we want you to know that we're here for you as a backup if you have questions, if you need help with something at school, because we know as ambassadors, that's something that you would do for others. You would do that for your friends in your grade level. You would do that if another student said, hey, I'm confused about, can you explain to me? We know you would do that for others. And so we want to be here to do that for you. Does anybody have any questions? Any concerns?
I have a question.
Sure.
When are we going to do the next lesson, or are we just going to wait for a little bit?
That's what it's going to kind of depend on. We're going to talk to Mr. Tun and, like I said, some of the teachers to decide how exactly they want us to move forward with pushing out your lessons. Because we may just do something with you rather than have you start another lesson to create, because if we're not going to be able to send them out right now, if we're going to be waiting a little bit on sending them out, we'll wait on starting your next lesson. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But again, we want to come together with you. Even if we're not moving on to the next lesson for you to prepare, we want to meet with you
So
to
we
definitely
can see you.
Absolutely. And to, like I said, be a support for you. That's something that's really important to us, is to be here for you as well. Any thoughts, any questions, any concerns, anything else that you guys would like to? Not right now. Then here's my thought for you. Caitlin, thank you for sharing your video. If any of you are feeling like, you know what, gosh, I feel like I want to give mine another try, you are more than welcome to do that, because again, right now we're not in a big rush to push them out. If you'd like to retry it, and Emma, as I mentioned, we wanted you to go ahead and if you don't mind redoing yours, not because your first part wasn't great, because it was, but you need to put the introduction with your lifeline lesson, kind of like in Caitlin's video. Okay. So, well, so Ava asked, when will we know about the class? Again, that kind of depends on how things are going to be pushed out, because we may actually be sharing your video at a couple of grade levels. You may not be assigned right now
To a specific room.
Right, to a specific room or even just one specific grade level, because we're going to take the videos we have, and then once we decide, once Mr. Tun lets us know and the teachers, once we're all on board on how we're going to distribute them, we may be sharing them with multiple rooms. So again, it won't matter quite as much until hopefully everybody's back in the building at some point and you're actually able to travel to rooms, because really otherwise we'll just be sharing them virtually. Okay. Any other questions, concerns? Anything we can help you with or support you on? Any struggles you are having with your classes or schoolwork, or anything we can do? Okay, so you guys are okay?
Yes, we're still going to have a meeting. Do we have one next week? Because it's yeah. Okay.
It's like the next, I want to say 3,
Okay.
and then there's a break before and after Christmas.
There is on your guys' student ambassador Google Classroom, there is a link somewhere of all the meetings that we have. I just haven't looked at it in a few days or in a while, but it's up there. So if you ever wonder if we have a meeting, it literally is a meet schedule and it's just on your Google Classroom for student ambassadors, okay?
So next week when we see you, we'll give you some more information on what we have found out about the plan for how we are going to share these. Like I said, because we need Mr. Tun, but then the classroom teachers on board thinking that it's going to be a way that's going to make most sense for their students. Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
for
In the
coming.
meantime, yeah, if there's anything you guys need, you don't have to wait till Monday. Just give us an email. Okay. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help you. Okay. Thank you for the hard work you put into your videos. We really appreciate it. You guys are doing a great job. Okay. Hang in there and we hope you have a great week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So long, farewell. Leave me. And then-